Yeah, yeah.
Hello, guys, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Fans Dugout. We're here for the weekend matches, and hence two matches, so more fans and more the excitement and more the exciting conversations and content we can talk about. So we're here for two matches. The first one being Mumbai Indian versus Delhi, and then the other one being RCB versus HRH. So we'll start with the first match. I'll start with Sunny. Sunny, it's been a quite few tough games for Delhi, and they've not been the team they were in the first half of the season. So, how do you think Delhi will perform in the next match, and where do you think Delhi has gone wrong in the second half of the tournament so far?
Well, I think the way we played in the last three games was not up to the mark. We were completely outplayed by the oppositions, and that previous three games were basically not actually the three, but the game against SRH was a kind of a wake up call for us. And I think after that game, the team would come with all guns blazing against MI, and they'll be coming with open eyes and open brains as well. And because batting hasn't clicked on in those matches, we actually played on opponent's weakness rather than our strength, because our strength has been batting first, putting runs on the boards, and then defending it. But we've been doing that completely the other way around. And I think I would like to see some changes also in the squad. I definitely would bring in Prithvi Shaw in place of Hetmeyer, open with Dhawan and Shaw. Rahane would bat at number three, Iyer at four, Pant at five, and number six we have Stoinis. Then it gives a complete balance to the squad, and plus, since Hetmeyer is out, then I'll also add Daniel Sams and get Tushar Deshpande out of the squad, because Daniel Sams will bring in that left arm angle into play, and which will come in very handy against a well balanced side like Mumbai Indians, because they've got a good left hand right hand combination in their batting. So bringing in Daniel Sams, because he can open the ball with the new ball, and he's a very good dead bowler. He has been a consistent performer in the BBL, just like Marcus Stoinis has been for their respective sides. And I feel that's the changes I would like to see as a Delhi fan in the match tomorrow. And I'm sure that we're going to turn the game around this time.
Well, I definitely agree on a few of the things that you mentioned there, and we all expected RCB to be the first team to qualify for the playoffs. I mean, make sure they book the ticket for playoffs, but Mumbai had other plans, and they are the first team who are into the playoffs. They're pretty comfortable now, and this can be an easy match for Mumbai, and they don't have much pressure on them, but all the pressure is on Delhi right now, given the past few performances, and I think it's more than important for Delhi to win this one. So, how who do you think has a bigger role to play for this match out? Because for the past few matches, none of them have managed to work collectively as a team. So, who do you think can be the key player that can hold the team together and make the difference for Delhi this time?
It's going to be a difficult pick, because if Prithvi Shaw comes in the playing 11 tomorrow, then he's going to play a big role, since our opening pair hasn't got that kind of start. In every match we saw one or the other opener performing individually but not collectively. So that's an issue if Prithvi Shaw comes in open with Shikhar Dhawan, because he's a Mumbai guy, so he'll actually love to play against Mumbai Indians, and perform there, because he hasn't got runs under his belt apart from those two innings where I feel he's got lucky. He scored those two half centuries, and I feel that if he comes in tomorrow, then he by default becomes a key player for the match tomorrow, followed by Shikhar Dhawan. I expect these two to give a lightning start to the team. And Rabada, disappointing match for him, last one against SRH. He was taken to cleaners by someone like Riddhiman Saha and David Warner. So definitely looking forward to how Rabada performs against Mumbai Indians. And that's it. And also our captain to step up in the match. So I think these are the four players who can actually change the game in our favor. And also takes us to the second spot in the playoff.
Yep. And talking
Sunny,
about
one question to you.
yeah, go ahead.
One question to Sunny. You said the amount of success Marcus Stoinis had in the Big Bash. Why not open with Shikhar Dhawan and Marcus Stoinis? You have Daniel Sams coming in at 7 who can play the finisher's role as well. Why not open with Stoinis and Shikhar Dhawan?
See, Samrud, the thing is with Marcus Stoinis is Ricky Ponting is a type of coach who has actually assigned the roles to every player. So every player know what their role is and what their job is. So they go out in the field and do their respective jobs. And that's what Ricky Ponting has been doing with the franchises he has been coached before. So I think I don't see Marcus Stoinis opening the innings with Shikhar Dhawan. I would rather see Prithvi Shaw coming in and Rahane at number 3, and that will bring more stability to our batting order, because our batting order has been a problem for us. Apart from that either one or two top order batsmen perform, and in other matches they just go all out. So I just feel bringing Marcus Stoinis opening the innings would actually leave some loopholes in our batting in the middle, because our middle order is still a kind of fragile. So I feel Marcus Stoinis in the middle is a good aspect, and Ricky Ponting, hats off to him, because he has managed all these players accordingly.
Yep, really good points there. But moving on to the second match, and given how Riddhiman Saha knocked Rabada, and how Warner and Saha both knocked Rabada over the park, it will be interesting to see if SRH actually, keep Riddhiman Saha and give him a spot. So it'll be interesting to see.
Just one point. I
Yeah.
wanted to make one point. Nitin, Riddhiman Saha, I think, is out for the next game because he's got a groin injury. So
Yeah.
we might see Johnny Bairstow coming in place of Kane Williamson, because the match is at Sharjah. So if they play, Warner is back in form. So if Johnny Bairstow joins in there, because it's a small ground, and he can smack the bowlers all around the ground. The kind of
course.
shots he has got, the kind of ability
Yep.
he has got.
And it'll be glad to. I think SRH would be glad to have him back, because he hasn't fared as expected, but it'll definitely boost his morale, and I think it'll be a boost to the team as well. So let's just hear it from the fans from SRH themselves. So moving to you, Samradha. How do you think SRH will perform in the match against RCB? It's a crucial match for both of you, and I think both of these teams need this win just as badly as Delhi do. So it's quite interesting, the race for playoffs now. So let's start with your predictions. How do you think your team will play out this time, and how do you think they line up against RCB?
Well, first of all, I wish there's another birthday coming up in the SRH camp. Maybe that person could fire and win us the game. But I completely agree with Sunny. I think if Riddhiman Shah is not fit, I think Johnny Bairstow should make his way into the playing 11 instead of Kane Williamson. I see that's the only thing with regards to changing in the playing 11, and also the change of Vijay Shankar. I think if we just hope that Vijay Shankar is fit, and if Vijay Shankar is not fit, I think Abhishek Sharma might come into the 11. Another option we have is getting Shrivas Goswami back instead of Riddhiman Saha, and also he could be given the license to go after the bowling and still keep Kane Williamson in the playing 11. But I think Johnny Bairstow coming back will make a lot of sense, and like Sunny said, I think the Brothers of Destruction will be united back at the top, and hopefully they can fire up and score another big 100-run partnership. So, and having said that, I think the sun has risen for us. I don't think it's going to come down now, and it will shine bright, and hopefully it can take RCB down. And like I said at the start, send RCB home.
No,
no. And also, if SRH wins the game tomorrow, they'll straight away move to number 4 spot.
Yeah. Which is why it makes this contest even more interesting. And let's move to the RCB fans now. Sanjay, what are your thoughts on how RCB will line up tomorrow, and what game plan they might come out with tomorrow, and what they'll have in store for the SRH?
As Samrud told, it's a tough match for RCB as well as SRH. It's a must-win match for both of them. Then the RCB has been performing quite good. Openers are quite good. We tried Philippi against Mumbai, who performed very good. Because not even like I shouldn't tell this, because Finch has also not given that much performance. Those perfect shots, that stands, and the placement in the gaps. And Devdutt has been consistently performing good for us. So the openers are performing good. The only threat for RCB is Natarajan's Yorker and Rashid Khan's spin bowling. Those
Yep.
two should be looked out.
Yep. Rashid Khan is definitely a star who every RCB player should watch out for. But I guess they have an equally amazing star who can hit every bowler around the park in their ranks as well. I guess the matchup between ABD and Rashid Khan would be something that would be quite interesting and which can definitely decide the match for
Rashid has
both the
won
teams.
many battles against ABD.
Sorry?
Rashid Khan has the upper hand over AB de Villiers in
Yeah,
in
of course he
IPL.
does, but you can never write off ABD, given he's just
Yeah.
ABD. So it'll be quite interesting to see how.
And also, given the ground is Sharjah.
Yeah, so it'll be quite
okay.
interesting to see the matchup between both of them. But kudos to definitely a special mention to the DDP. He's definitely been a superstar for RCB this season, and he's been performing amazingly. I guess he's been very consistent, and
Yeah,
it's just that he needs that stand along with him. Probably a better opener who can probably give him that partnership. But he did get out at silly reasons initially in the first few matches, but then now he seems to mature a bit, and he's playing more classy shots, and he's really maturing under Virat Kohli. So it'll be interesting to see how he develops as a player as well. And let's hear from Rachana what her thoughts are on how RCB will play the next match and what their game plan might be for the next match against SRH.
Their game plan is unpredictable. I'll tell you, it's unpredictable. You actually expect something from them. At the end of the day, they perform something else over there.
Well, that's
So
just the
that
game of cricket, I guess. So sorry to
yeah.
interrupt you, but
No, I really don't know what will be running in their mind when they're on the ground. At times, they have given such a wonderful performance in the first half of the tournament. They were
Yeah.
so outstanding, and now it's a crucial stage. It is the second half of the tournament, and I don't know what's going wrong. Actually, these were the matches where they had to, put all their efforts in, have a perfect balanced team. And I don't know what's going wrong with the team selection also. It's actually, not going good. But then, if you remember, Nitin, I had once suggested in the dugout, we have to try Josh for the opening.
Yeah.
And after such a long time, they just gave him chance for opening and he actually performed well. And I hope he gets a chance tomorrow. But then in the previous match, if you look at it,
Yeah.
I actually feel Dale Steyn was a bad choice. I mean,
Yeah.
I shouldn't tell this. We all know how Steyn Gunn is. He's an amazing bowler. I mean, we can't, we shouldn't tell anything. But right now, he's not in the form. And when it's a crucial game for the team, you have to actually opt in a good bowler over there.
Yeah.
So we had Udana in. We could have actually taken Udana in for the previous game, but there's no point in speaking about previous game right now. We have to focus on tomorrow's match. Whatever it's done, it's just done and dusted. So next two matches, we have to win. It's do or die situation for us.
One very
So
surprising thing about RCB this season has been how inconsistent Virat Kohli has been. I mean, being the captain, he hasn't actually, stepped up yet for the team. I mean, apart from one or two innings here and there, he hasn't really performed. I mean, he did act as an anchor in a few of the games, but
you
he
can see that in the previous match, Nitin. See, you got a good opening over there.
yeah,
We actually expected, quite a good score against Mumbai.
yeah,
And then you actually saw how the score dropped all of a sudden.
exactly. So
Even against CSK, if you go to see, Virat and ABD could actually, we expected good shots from them. They were
Yeah.
having a partnership over there, but all they were doing is just single, or they weren't playing at all.
yeah,
It was slow pitch, I understand, but if you go to see CSK's match, in power play itself, they have literally smashed these players.
I know. So
I don't understand. I don't know.
they've been quite good at the opening, but then I guess it's the middle order that's probably deciding the matches for RCB. I guess apart from ABD's heroics in few matches, I don't think if it
You
wasn't
always
for
can't
AD,
depend on ABD,
exactly.
dude. Like
So
you
he's
really
always
can't
been the
depend on
Mr.
him all the
Dependable for
time.
RCB. So in case if ABD doesn't perform, there's a high
See, the
chance
problem
that
is,
RCB might not win that game. But
see, I find problem here. Like after ABD, it's either Washi or Dubey who steps in. So
Yeah.
until ABD, if all the top 4 batsmen perform to fail,
Yeah.
I mean fail to perform, then these people will be under pressure. Washi and Dubey, where they can't perform. So
Yeah.
you have to either send one of them before ABD so that at least something will be sorted. It's better than nothing.
Another interesting thing about this approach as well was that they tried this against Kings.
But that was very late. ABD at 6 was not acceptable.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that was very late. I'm not telling you to send him after Washi, Dubey, and I mean, yeah, AB should come after any one of them, not after two of them.
Yep.
Because
We should come at 7
settle.
tomorrow.
It'll be interesting to watch how these guys perform against RCB tomorrow, even SRH. So
Within one point I would
Yeah.
like to make is Navdeep Saini fit? I think the reason why they played Dale Steyn was because Navdeep Saini was not fit in the last match. I think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
the
right.
reason why they played Dale Steyn.
Yep, that's
but
the reason.
then Udana would have been a better choice.
And making Moeen Ali sit was not a good option because Moeen Ali would have batted in Abu Dhabi because he is a batsman who can take big shots. So making him sit was also not a good option, I think, against the previous against MI. He could have
And
gone for
also,
Bumrah.
I
One
agree
more
with
thing, what-
Rachna. I agree with Rachna that Udana could have been a better option on that wicket because those variations are needed on the big ground.
Exactly.
And Dale Steyn, he has been the best bowler ever in the world. But the thing is that his time has come up now, and he's not been playing international cricket for a long time now. So I think Udana would have been much better choice given the tracks. They're pretty slow right now.
Yep.
The other option we had was Shivam Dubey. He's an all-rounder, right? We saw Steyn leaking the runs over there, and you give him 18th over again. I don't understand this. I mean, what? Like what? At least 2 overs to Dubey would have somewhere controlled quite a runs maybe, because we have seen him performing before. He has even grabbed some wickets. But he's a medium pace bowler. It's fine, but still better than Steyn in the previous match. At least 2 overs to him would work somewhere.
I'd like to know
And
what
also,
Samrat
Nitin, I feel
thinks
there are-
about this. Yeah.
I think all the points what as far as RCB fans are concerned, Rachana discussed over here. If we capitalize on these points, I think we will win the game. That's for sure. Our only
No.
threat is I think as far as I'm concerned, our only threat is if we take the wicket of Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers under 30, I think the game is ours. As simple as that. And as soon as AB de Villiers comes in, I'm going to send in Rashid Khan. As simple as that. Rashid Khan will come in. Even if he gets hit for a couple of sixes, I know the match is in Sharjah, he will get it. That's for sure. But he's someone who's always going to come back and hit you hard. And if he gets the wicket of AB de Villiers early, and that's a game. I mean, if you get Virat ABD out in the power play, and imagine the score is around 50 for 3 in 6 or 7
And
overs.
coming to
I don't
Samrat's
think they have
point,
enough firepower to come back and score against our bowling, especially with the Natarajan bowling.
Natarajan.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Sanjay.
coming to Samrat's point, he told as soon as ABD comes, he'll get in Rashid Khan. So defending 4 overs is not a big thing for RCB because scoring 210 plus for 15 overs, we have achieved it before with Virat Kohli and AB itself against Punjab. So defending, let Rashid give 3 runs for 4 overs, doesn't mind. We still have 16 overs where we can use. So he's telling
there's one more bowler who's got a very good record against Virat Kohli. Sandeep Sharma has a very good record against Virat Kohli.
I was about to tell this.
Yeah. So it's not just Rashid Khan. who's in our team. We are known as the best bowling attack. We have very good bowlers in our team as well. So even if you negotiate Rashid Khan for 4 overs, I think we still have, even Mohammad Nabi might play tomorrow. Who knows? He's also an
Uh,
exceptional bowler.
One point I'd like to add, Samruddh, is that I guess getting the wicket of Virat Kohli and ABD would be crucial, but I guess the more crucial wicket would be that of DDP, because
DDP, right?
he's the one who's been the most consistent in the RCB lineup so far. So getting that wicket,
He's a gem.
yeah, he's a young gem who's really maturing really well, and I've really loved to watch him play this season. So yeah, Sanjay, go ahead.
Even the commentators were surprised. I heard Sunil Gavaskar and Michael Vogt saying that he's the only uncapped player to score 400 plus runs, compete with almost all the international players like Virat Kohli, KL Rahul. It's
Yeah.
not an easy task for a youngster. He's
Exactly.
just 20, I guess.
Outstanding guy. I mean, he is upcoming star, dude.
I guess
And those
his
who were trolling,
Yeah, go ahead, Sanjay.
trolling there for strike rate, and he has given them a tight answer in the last innings. Strike rate doesn't matter for him.
I guess he's really
Will
proven.
be difficult against us, bro.
Sorry, Samrit.
Will be difficult. Will be difficult against Sunrisers.
It definitely will be an interesting challenge up for DDP, because
One
yeah,
question to RCB fans. Yeah, just one question to RCB
yeah.
fans. What do you like? Rachana said about the batting order of RCB. Do you think Gurkirat Man is required?
Arey, don't speak
especially on a
about
pitch
that
like
guy, dude.
No, is Gurkirat Man required for RCB at the moment, especially
I
when you
don't know
play
why
in
he's in the
Sarpan?
team. I really don't know. I have been questioning this from past 3 matches. Why is Gurkirat in the squad? If someone could answer me, I would be really happy about this.
I think Shivam Dubey would be a better choice, I think, in place of Gurkirat.
I do.
Nitin, I just wanted to add few points to this, that the teams who are not performing well in the second half is because of that the captain made some tactical errors. And Virat Kohli has been one of them, because if you remember the game, I think it was against KXIP where they lost, and he said that the reason why they sent ABD down the order is because 2 leg spinners were bowling.
Yeah.
So that was a tactical error by Virat Kohli. And what I feel that Rajasthan won the game today, there still was a tactical error by Steve Smith by not giving the 19th over to Jofra Archer. It's only because they won the game that loophole got covered. And these are the few points that every team would be looking for, that what tactical errors a captain is making in the team. And that has been seen with Shreyas Iyer, with Virat Kohli, and with Steve Smith.
Yep. I
And
guess
to speak about Shivam Dubey, let me tell you about that. He's anytime better than Gurkirat. He might be inconsistent in this tournament, but then he has performed in the quite of the matches, and he's a big hitter. I mean, he can actually hit some huge shots. I have been always telling in every dugout session about Shivam Dubey consistently, but I don't know when he's gonna perform. But he's anytime better than Gurkirat.
Yep. Answering to Sunny's thoughts on the captaincy errors, I guess that we had a similar discussion in the dugout session yesterday about the Rajasthan Royals match. I guess even the Rajasthan Royal fans were quite disappointed with how Steve Smith has captained their team so far, and their even choice of their managerial choice of playing Joss Butler at number 5. I guess that could have made a difference, probably because he's the star batsman for the team, and he's really well known for opening the innings for England as well. So he's a really talented player, and I think a star batsman like him should be facing the most number of balls, so that just in case if he settles, he can get the team over the line just by himself. So I guess those were the few tactical errors that are probably what have led to lots of losses for teams. And I guess this is what the captain should improve on, making those tactical decisions at the right time, so that they take advantage
but
of the
Nitin, is the point for Rajasthan has been is that that tactical error actually, is paying off now towards the business end of the tournament. And Ben Stokes is making full utilization of the power play overs. Today also he scored a 24 ball 50. So I think that is the decision which actually paid off in the last 2 games, and they're peaking at the right moment.
Yep. And the funny answer, I mean, it's not funny, but then the answer that the Rajasthan Royals fans came up with why Ben Stokes was being played down the order was they all thought that they were trying to protect Ben Stokes from all the ballers, so that they have someone to finish the game off. But then the actual reason was they were trying to protect Robin Uthappa because he cannot play down the order. So they actually had to protect Robin Uthappa, so that they had to promote him to the opening position, because that's the only position that he can play in. And that's why they had to take this decision. So it's quite amusing how the teams are managing and, the tactics they're coming up with. But good to see that they're somehow working off. And it was a great knock from Ben Stokes today. And probably that was what, laid the foundation for the win for Rajasthan today. So it's quite interesting so far.
Yeah, what sort of person asks that question? Like Stokes, sending Stokes because he's scared of bowler, then how can he be the best all-rounder in the world? He has faced many bowlers, not only Jofra Archer, and he is good. He was good with the ball even today. As you saw, he took the main wickets, Rahul and Puran. It is not easy. If they both were there, score was going like about 200 or something. So then who said that? I don't know. Like,
no, they actually talked about Butler batting down the order, not Ben Stokes. So, I mean, but it's the same. Like, even he's a renowned player and even he's a star batsman. So I had the same doubt. Like, if he's the star batsman, how can he be afraid of bowlers? And, why does he even need protection? Like, because he's a star player, he's an experienced player. And I guess, him batting out there would be a more a reasonable bet than even trying to play Robin Uthappa in the opening, because he can obviously outscore Robin Uthappa any day. So yeah, but then good to see that things did work out for Rajasthan today and made the tournament more exciting, so more fun for us. So we don't mind it.
Nitin, you said that after the Punjab game, Virat Kohli said that the reason why AB de Villiers was pushed back to number 6 was he was just protecting him from 2 leg spinners. Now we have Rashid Khan in the opposition.
Yeah.
Should Virat Kohli demote AB de Villiers to number 7 to protect him?
Good
Virat
record.
also quite
I
struggles
feel
with the leg
he's not
spinners.
going to make that tactical error in the game tomorrow.
Yeah, I definitely think they wouldn't try that again, because that was definitely something
No,
that
they are
didn't work.
unpredictable. The crucial time they are always unpredictable. You don't. I don't know. I can only tell about tomorrow's match actually after seeing their playing 11 tomorrow.
And it's basically their game to lose.
Yeah, it's actually their game.
Tomorrow will win. Don't tell RCB will lose. Tomorrow they'll win.
No.
Coming to Samruch's point, he told we have Rashid Khan and something. And AB de Villiers also has a pretty good record against Rashid Khan in Big Bash League, as found out. And Rashid Khan only goes deliveries to the pad, not to the wickets. Wickets he'll go less. So looking to the LBW will be an advantage for RCB. We have seen taking most wickets. He's 16 or wicket. He's 16 or 17 wickets. Most of the wickets have been come to
alien de Villiers.
So
Rashid Karamadi Khan.
It'll be a really amazing matchup to see.
You're forgetting David Warner too. You're forgetting Warner too. Warner has a brilliant record against RCB.
That's okay. We have our Washi Morris to take his wickets.
He's been very good.
You don't forget Morris from our team.
Yeah.
Yep, lots of interesting matchups tomorrow and a very interesting fight to the playoffs. So I guess we just have 1 minute left. So I like to conclude saying that.
RCB, I'm telling you.
Yep. Yeah. So I like to conclude saying that.
And it's always this SRH. I don't know what's with SRH and RCB at the end matches. I don't want to speak about it.
Yep. So on the same note, hoping for exciting 2 matches tomorrow, and it'll be really amazing to witness these battles, because this is the race for playoffs now. So more fun and more entertainment and double the fun. So hope you guys have a great weekend, and may we get to witness cracker of matches, and may the best team win. So I'll see you guys the next time, and
Go Orange
thank you
Army.
so much for
Yay,
joining in today, guys.
RCB.
Go Orange Army.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so
Play
much for joining
ball.
in. I'll see